I feel honored that I was invited by the Delaware Art Museum to be part of this community outreach that they're doing to the different neighborhoods in the city of Wilmington, because by them bringing these huge, popular, amazing pieces of art from the Chicano artists called Estampas de la Raza. And all these artists were influenced by the Chicano movement in the 70s, and then through the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. This collector, the Romo family, the Romo couple, they collected all these beautiful pieces and they donated to different museums. And one of those museums is lended to the Delaware Art Museum. It's a beautiful opportunity for them to kind of like reconnect with the neighborhood, the Latino neighborhood per se. And that's where I enter. My name is Cesar Viveros. I'm originally from Mexico, from the city of Veracruz. I'm a visual artist. I think that I like to do many different medias, but in the city of Philadelphia, I've been known for murals that I've done since like more than 20 years ago. I came to Philly without knowing that it's called the City of the Murals. They started this program in 1984, and what it was like the graffiti anti-net war, just covering, you know, the work of the artists on the walls. It became the largest program in the world. Like people come from all over the world to see what happened in Philadelphia. And I didn't know that. By accident I came to Philly. But the thing is, like, I started looking murals all over. I'm like, I can paint that. But I believe that part of the success of my career in Philadelphia is because I really enjoy and I look for ways to work with the community. Basically, the stories on those walls are not my stories. Usually on those walls, what we see is the stories of people who got together and they have an issue, a social issue, or they want to talk about it. It's another way of expression. That's what basically I was doing for all these years. And then he explained to me they wanted to use silkscreen as a process because that's what most of these art pieces are made of. And now I see this as another media to socially engage with the community. Some of the advantage that silkscreen work have is that you can produce in a very cheap way. You can print t-shirts or posters and you can glue it on the wall. You can have it on your own body. And it's another form of language, something that I cannot do with the mural. The mural is static and the mural is just in one place, in one neighborhood, and people have to go there to see it. So when we start working with the community, and one place is called Los Abuelitos. These elders, they have artists coming to teach them some stuff, some craft. They do so many things, and the museum got the idea that maybe they might, you know, collaborate on this process. So I got the opportunity to talk to Los Abuelitos, and that's where I get my inspiration. If I'm going to do posters, again, it's not gonna be about my story, but it's gonna be more about the story of the community. This one I was thinking, like, most of the people there is like 60, 70 years old, and we have like 15 of them. I'm bad for math, but I told them that I really truly believe that it was like 1,000 years of wisdom just by listening to them. There is another group that I visit on Wilmington. That is called Hispanic American Association of Delaware. And they were invited to this meeting to talk about issues for me to take as inspiration to create these posters. It was filled with families. So we have elders, we have parents, we have kids. And it was beautiful because I saw, like, in the beginning they were all quiet, but as soon as we start talking about social issues, they start like talking. Even the one 5 years old kid approached me and asked me if I was Iron Man. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that was, anyway. And it was interesting to hear about that, but some of the things that they care a lot, it was ways to show their own identity. They were very specific about owning the language, being able to say things in Spanish, and if some of these somehow can reflect that, that would be good. But it's not just that, it's about the culture. But right now, this design that we print today, the mask of the God of Rain represents the culture, talks about identity, empowerment, pride, but also the young women who we leave it to for your interpretation. She can be the young mom which still go to school, and or it could be just the sister of the kid, or it could just be like somebody who's helping on the neighborhood, because this person is carrying the kid. The kid seems a little worried, you can see on his face, and still he have the mask, because in a way we passing the pandemic. We talk about that we almost like on the other side of this dark 2 years that we have, but we still want the reminder that the Latino community, but especially the immigrant community, has been neglected. The mass kind of talk about this dark time and how we come together, how we came together and we made things better for ourselves, how that happened, but we still can elevate our voice. Even with the poster, we can say, that wasn't right, but we still believe in a better future. I specifically choose Bad Lens Media, which is owned by, his name is Mike, and he is rebuilding this space, a building on the corner of 5th and Cambria, one of the most notorious places. He's trying his best to produce opportunity for other artists, like some of the silkscreen guys, a graphic designer, even construction workers. They all like trying to put this together. They have this project on their heads for years, and just in recent months they started like finally making it more visible. So I took this opportunity to connect the resources from the museum with this new small shop that is growing, which is very connected with this particular community. So basically for the mural, we was thinking for a way how could like expose the silk screen. Usually you will think like frame the poster, a very nice, fancy way of display it. So you can be too elaborated with that, but what really matters is the content. We was exploring the idea of mimicking what we call a bodega or la tienda, or a place of encounter for the community. And just the way the owners do, you use the windows and you fill it out with posters, you fill it out with publicity, advertisement. This kind of like gives us the perfect setting to hang the signs, just produce something that becomes more an installation, more provocative in a way, because a mural is a whole other component, and people like, you don't see murals that easily inside a museum. I started like playing with the words, and all of a sudden it hits me that there was an opportunity to convey the message that is in the mural with the message that we have on the silken pieces, because that's what it was. Like 80s, 90s, people use this media to like call the people, get together, make these rallies, and organize. I think that it gives us the opportunity to do the same way with this. Instead of grocery, we change and we add a W there, and it's like grocery. It's like in this space, on this store, you can feel safe. There is place for growing, there is place for learning. There is always the need of eyes. In this store, we don't want eyes, no eyes. And people from the neighborhood, a lot of undocumented people, know the struggle. The struggle is real. Kids get separated from their parents, and sometimes they just deport the parents. It seems like it was a period of time, and then that's it. Nobody wants to keep talking about it anymore. It's just like a way to comment on that. We fall into the normalization of things, when in reality we should keep like screaming, we should keep like talking, we should be asking and demanding that things are better, because we're doing our part. That's the thing. We all are doing our part. The opportunity of treating this mural as a wall in the neighborhood. Like, what do you want other people to know about you? Or what is the message that you want to take to the masses? What is important for our community? Why do we need to express this? Some of the things that you will see in the mural is actually social issues that we have to deal with on a daily basis. So hopefully at the end of the day, the mural get the conversation going. No, we don't need like things to start accumulating to get to the worst point that is so hard to go back. No, make the claim now. Don't wait for people to die. Don't wait for people to like suffer, because the change is possible. It's disparity in the society. So hopefully, at least with this kind of fire, we start talking.